Right behind me is the Suffolk County Traffic Violations Bureau. Yesterday, I had a trial here for four unlawful tickets that were given to me by Sergeant Mio of the Suffolk County Police Department for my four window tint tickets because I recorded him. He was being a cart narc, harassing residents of Suffolk County, and I exercised my First Amendment right to record him in the course of his duty. He did not like that. He waited over an hour, pulled me over unlawfully for window tint, gave me four tickets, one for each window. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the description, but I also will be doing another video on this 10 a.m. on Sunday, this Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to give you the rundown of exactly what took place in the trial. But the long story short is that the two window tint tickets that were unlawful to begin with, because an SUV can be any tint. Remember, Sergeant Mio did not use a tint meter. He was wearing sunglasses. It was complete retaliation, First Amendment retaliation. And when I went to court, I represented myself here at the trial. They dismissed the the rear window tickets, and the front two. The judge, by the way, Judge McAndrews, I believe his name is, he was completely biased and on the officer's side. He wouldn't let me ask him certain questions. He didn't care that there was First Amendment retaliation. The officer actually lied under oath several times during this trial, but of course nothing will happen to him. So I was ordered to pay $426 of my own money. I have the paperwork here. Let me grab it really quick. Hold on. Here it is right here. $426, $100 per fine, $55 administrative admin fee, two of them, and then $58 times two for a surcharge. So it comes out to a total of $426. I was ordered to pay by 4:00 p.m. yesterday, so I went to the bank and pulled out my hard-earned money to be extorted here. Imagine being retaliated by a public servant. You pay the public servant. I'm a resident, a property owner, a taxpayer here in Suffolk County. I pay the public servant to protect and serve the county and our community. He retaliates against me. He makes well over six figures. Retaliates against me, and now I have to pay $426. So I went to the bank. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button and sharing this live. I went to the bank yesterday and pulled out exactly $426. There it is. $426. Extortion money. When you look at it like this, the government takes our money all the time, ladies and gentlemen, but they take it out of our taxes, out of our checks where you can't see it, or you pay with a credit card. But when you visualize how much money Sergeant Mio of the Suffolk County Police Department just stole from me, you visualize it, it's a lot of money. A lot of money. So I came back yesterday and to pay the fine at 2:00, because I had till 4:00 yesterday to pay it. And they were very nice, the clerks here. They did nothing wrong to me. Again, you might say, well, Sergeant Mio, the disgrace of a judge and the disgrace of a prosecutor doesn't have to count this. But by them having to count this money, it makes it worth less to them. Worth less. You might say, oh, this is a real dick move, right? The real dick move is when Sergeant Mio and the government conspired against me to steal my money. It's not enough that they take taxes, property taxes, sales tax, gas tax, $426, because I decided to exercise my First Amendment right to film law enforcement in the course of their duty. So I came back yesterday with the money, and they said, this all will be in the video on Sunday. They said, well, Mr. Reyes, can you come back tomorrow morning, because we don't have enough time to count all of it. We're looking for a coin counting machine. I said, oh, that's reasonable, but I have until 4:00 today, or else guess what? If I don't pay this extortion, I'll have my license suspended. I can't support my family, can't take my children to the doctor. So I was like, I need to pay it today. She said, oh, I'll change the date for you. So she did change the date. So it is now 10:10, and I have until the end of the day today. So we're going to go inside together. I don't know how the service is in there. We'll see. Might cut out. If it does cut out, I'll be static recording so we can watch it together on Sunday, or I'll go over the specifics on what happened in the trial. Well, let's go in. Let's pay this extortion. Thank you guys for being here. Here is the Traffic Violations Bureau. It's a pretty heavy bag of money here. Legal tender in the United States. Thanks, Don, for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. While I was here, I met some supporters here yesterday at the Traffic Violations Bureau. Again, the full video, I wasn't recording in the courtroom. The judge obviously hates transparency. He wouldn't want you to see him. The judge, McAndrews, would not want you to see him treating me like a POS, really. He was treating me like less than the cops and the prosecutor. We got a big bag of money here. Hopefully, we have service when we go in there. But, again, if not, mark your calendar for 10 a.m. This thing is heavy. Look at that beauty. I got it most in quarter, so shouldn't be. No, it's not worth appealing because it's corrupt. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hey, ma'am, how are you? Nice to see you. In the morning. Good. Just paying a fine. Yes, ma'am. Of course. Oh, from the Department of Social Services. Right. Right. You gave me some good advice that day. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I had it just laying around. Might as well pay the fine with this. Hey, sir. I was told to come back today in the morning. Yeah, sir. Oh, cool. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. I understand. Hey, sir. How are you? Nothing much. Oh, they did. They bought a coin machine. Oh, great. That's all. Hey, listen. However you do it, you do it. I was told yesterday by Janelle. She said that Oh yeah, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Reyes, we kept you waiting so long, but we were looking for a coin machine, and she said we used to have one, and I was like, really? Oh, awesome. Makes things a lot easier, huh? Ah, sounds good. Sounds good. They got the coin machine. Good investment, huh? No, I'm okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. I appreciate that though. Yeah, it's not gonna take too long. A few minutes. Perfect. I told her yesterday. I was like, it's a good investment. You never know. You never know, right? You never know. So I will say that ever since the this, yeah. No, I will say that this place runs a lot differently, and it's since I've been here in the past. Obviously, I've been a Suffolk County resident my whole life, and the way that the Traffic Violations Bureau is running lately, it's been great. It's very efficient. Not a lot of people waiting. Yeah, right, right. No, it's been very efficient. Yeah, no problem. I have no problem. I have no problem. I'm here. So, ladies and gentlemen, they got a coin machine. $426. $426 is in this bag. So they bought They went out and bought a coin machine from yesterday until today. They make millions, a multi-million dollar operation here, extorting residents from Suffolk County. I'm paying a fine because I was retaliated against by the Suffolk County Police Department, specifically Sergeant Mio, for recording him, and he decided to issue me 4 tickets. 2 of the tickets were dismissed. 2 of them cost $426, and the biased judge who oversaw the proceedings was friends with the law enforcement officer, friends with the prosecutor, and treated me very poorly throughout the proceeding, the trial yesterday. It probably cost them $5,000 for the coin machine. Right, and that's the point. The point in paying with all of these coins here is to make my fine, my retaliatory fine for exercising a First Amendment right, less valuable to them. They went out and bought a coin machine that they'll never use again to make it more efficient in counting these coins. So at the end of the day, was it worth it to retaliate against a member of the public, a resident here in Suffolk County, for $426? Was it worth it? That one? Okay, yeah, no problem. Perfect. That's fine. Okay, 7. Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Okay, perfect. That's accurate. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Hi, how are you? That's the coin machine. Great. But Janelle, I will say, Janelle yesterday said, she said, I have no problem counting every single one if that's what it comes down to. It reminded me a lot of my sister. My sister works for a similar position as here. My sister was like, I would count every one. I'm working, man. I would want to know why you're doing it. Right, right. Perfect. Yeah. Right, 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 right. I understand. I can just take one coin at a time and slide it underneath. Just kidding. So yesterday they had told me to come back. Yesterday they told me to come back today because it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:30, 2:30, and they didn't have enough time to count all the change. So they told me to come back today. And I wanted to go live to bring all of you with me here. I didn't want to. I thought we were going to be here all day today. So I wanted you guys to at least accompany me here. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the like button if you hate tyranny, if you hate retaliatory fines, if you hate the government taking our money. Hit that like button. Share the video. Yeah, the judge is an absolute disgrace. His name is Judge McCarthy. Excuse me, McAndrews, and he's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. He was nasty, unprofessional. Even judges are public servants. I think he got mad because I wouldn't call him Your Honor, like the law enforcement officer. There was nothing honorable about him, and I don't call judges Your Honor. They are judges. There's nothing honorable about a judge. I mean, could there be? Sure, but I don't know all the judges, and I don't know if you're honorable or not. To me, there's only one person that's honorable, and it's not a judge. So I refuse to call them Your Honor, and I think they get a little bit butthurt over that, and then they treat you like you're a peasant, even though they're the public servants. So you see the coin machine over here. There's the coin machine. I thought it was one of those big coin machines like at the supermarket, but it's not. I know it could have been all pennies, but I decided to mix in most of it. $200 is in quarters, and then the rest is in pennies, dimes, and nickels. Yeah, it is a small coin machine. Yeah, abuse is wrong. The Suffolk County Police Department is one of the highest paid police departments in our country, Suffolk County. And if you're from Suffolk County, we pay a lot of money in property taxes here that fund this police department. And Suffolk County and Nassau County, the highest paid police departments in the nation. And they all get paid well above six figures, especially Sergeant Mio. I was actually surprised Sergeant Mio actually showed up yesterday for the trial. He tried being all friendly with me, but then he was being a complete snake in the courtroom and showed his true colors. There was a lot of I don't recalls. Again, I'm going to put a video out where I explain exactly what happened in the trial this Sunday for those of you who missed this live stream. But I'm going to be, he says, oh, I don't recall. It was a whole bunch of lies. I didn't know who you were. And then the judge was like objecting for the state. He was not being a neutral party. He was 100% pro state. I mean, as you can imagine. We're ready? Okay. Do this little by little. We'll do this little by little. We can start with that. We can start with this. 426 of my money gone forever because of the ego and the tyrannical behavior of one of my public servants, one of our public servants, who didn't like the fact that I was recording him and calling him out on his harassment of residents and being a cart narc. Never heard back from Internal Affairs regarding my complaint, of course. It's ridiculous. So I wanted you guys to be here for this, but I'm going to be putting out a video this Sunday where I explain exactly what happened in court this Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where I explain exactly what happened in court yesterday, the judge's actions, his disgraceful actions, as well as Sergeant Mio, the prosecutor. Can you guys see? Let me know in the chat if you guys can see and hear everything okay. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see everything clearly and hear everything clearly. Put a 1 in the chat. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be a waiting game. Make sure you hit that like button and share this live while you're waiting. Again, we're here today to pay a $426 fine for window tint, which my windows aren't even unlawfully tinted. Sergeant Mio never used a tint meter. The sergeant had glasses on, so obviously things looked darker to him with his glasses on. It was retaliatory. We all know it. If you've seen the video, you know it. This Sunday I'm going to be putting out a video where I explain everything in detail, and I also will be showing the unlawful traffic stop, as well as the retaliatory tint tickets. I'll be doing like a whole breakdown of what happened before, if you haven't seen the video, what happened exactly in trial, and what happens today. I'll recap everything. Joseph B. I did find multiple officers here in Suffolk County with not only unlawful tint, but plate covers. They had plate covers on their license plates in order to avoid red light cameras and speed cameras, as well as paying tolls. So I still might appeal. I'm talking to my attorney about the appellate process. It's a very expensive process. The appellate process is very expensive, and at the end of the day, you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that our court system, judges, the judicial branch is supposed to act as an intermediary between, the people and the defendant, like a referee. But they are completely on the side of they're completely on the side of the state. They are part of the state. They're on the side of the state. That's just what they're doing. Judges are here, especially traffic court judges. They're just here to rubber stamp what the prosecutors want, and at the end of the day, that's what they do. It's all a money-making machine. Look at all these people in here. When I was here yesterday, all you would hear is, oh, that will be $600, sir. That will be $450, sir. That will be $700. That will be $800. It's a racketeering scheme by the county that we pay so much money to. No, the lawyer doesn't take coupons. So we came here yesterday. Now they have a coin counting machine now. They went out, the county had to go out and buy a coin counting machine. I think that's me. I think that's my door. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. I appreciate you guys being here, 3,200 of you being here with me today. Make sure you hit that like button. We only have 1,387 likes. Let's get the likes ratio up. Hit that like button, share this live. Where you guys? St. Louis, Ohio, Iowa, Florida. How's everybody in Florida? I hope everybody in Florida is safe. Craziness with all the hurricanes over there in Florida. I hope everybody is safe. I have family in Florida, Long Island. New York City, New York, Texas. If somebody's watching from Mars, that's nice. Georgia, Indiana. England, Finland, Colombia. Oh. Mitch Blight, thank you so much for the super chat from Australia, appreciating what you do. Thank you, appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who sent a super chat. It's amazing, thank you. I wanted to bring you guys here for the entire process with us today. As you can see, we'll be here for a little while. So thanks for hanging out with me. And again, this is this is extortion. All of this money you see here totals $426 of my money that the government is unlawfully seizing from me because of a sergeant in my police department with an ego problem, and he wanted to violate my constitutional rights and retaliate against me. That's what it comes down to. This is retaliation. This is extortion. Extortion from a resident. Walt K, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. And guess what? If I don't pay $426 today, what happens is they will suspend your driver's license. Now, that's when you fall into the trap. Hear me clearly, ladies and gentlemen. This is all a trap. Extortion first, and if you don't play the extortion, then you will get your license suspended. Then you'll get pulled over because you have to get to work. You have to do
what you need to do to survive in this world. You get pulled over, now you're arrested for driving on a suspended license, now you go to jail, now you got more lawyers to pay. It's the judicial industry complex, it's industrial complex. It's just now you got to pay lawyers, you got to pay more fines, you got to pay fines to get your license back, you have to pay fines. It's all a money making scheme, and they use their authority that we the people gave them to get it from you. It is a vicious circle. You're 100% right. And a lot of people get caught in this. Then you don't have your money to make your insurance payment. Now your insurance is lapsed on your vehicle. And now you get pulled over without having insurance, and your car gets towed, and now you have to pay the tow company to get your car back and get out of jail and everything. It's just one big circle of viciousness by our public servants. Drew V, check your email. I will, Drew. I get so many emails, so I will. Send it again. Tell that lady to speed up. I mean, there's the coin machine right there, and it's not an industrial one, not a commercial one, so it might take a little while. It's $426 of my money going to the government, more than the tens of thousands of dollars that go to the government every year in property taxes, income tax, sales tax, gas tax, every tax you can imagine. That's just the way it is. So I've been to public meetings here. Somebody said to bring this to the attention of a politician. I went to a public meeting. There's a video on my channel, I went to a public meeting and I tried to speak to the county legislator. And do you know about this retaliation, about the hypocrisy, about law enforcement officers having window tint, about law enforcement having plate covers? And in my district, it's broken up into district. My district legislator got up and walked out in the middle of me speaking. His name is Nick Caracappa. He was arrested for strangling his wife. Uh, he's funded by the police union. My legislator, my specific public servant who represents me, walked out on me during my speech, my public comment. History bear, we see the just us criminal system at work. It made up of corrupt politicians, judges, lawyers, and badge psychopaths. You're 100% right. Thanks for the super chat. None of your business. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat. There's pennies, dimes, quarters, nickels, everything. It's all mixed. So what this does, by paying in with this form of legal tender, this makes my $426 less valuable to the tyrants who took it from me. This makes it less valuable because now she has to take her time to count all of the money, as opposed to a quick credit card. They take our money so easily. They make it so easy, right? You look at your check. They take out hundreds of dollars out of your check, if not thousands of dollars out of your check. You don't even see it. When you talk about how much you get paid, when somebody asks you, how much do you get paid? Oh, I get paid $700 a week. No, you get paid $1,000 a week. 300 of it goes to the government instantly. And that's the problem. They make it so easy to just take our money. Red light camera tickets, credit cards. But when you see it like this, it's a lot different. Now this $426, how much did that machine cost them? How much did that machine cost them? Somebody go on Google and try and find this machine and let me know in the chat how much this machine right here, how much this machine costs. It makes the money less valuable, the extortion less valuable. And if everybody paid this way, if everybody made it difficult, they wouldn't be able to sustain this operation. Hey Sean, watching from Marietta, Ohio. Love your videos. Love how you calmly approach your audits and make these corrupt people look so stupid. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. 500 costs $500 to $700. So there you go. $215 on Amazon. Either way, at the end of the day, that purchase and this amount of time makes my $426 of extortion money that I'm having to pay to my own public servants for filming a cop. Remember, this is all for recording a cop in the course of their duty. Thank you, Jeff Henson. I appreciate that. This is all for filming a cop. Scalzo, maybe the video truck needs to visit the Suffolk 6th Precinct and Traffic Court. Let them know you will highlight their bad behavior every time. That's a good idea. The billboard truck. I still do own the billboard truck, and maybe I need to utilize it more. Because it's getting cold out here in New York on Long Island. Chris, they made 125 bucks. Lucy VR, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. So $215. So $215 plus they have to pay the supervisor to count it. So, again, makes it less valuable for them, this extortion. Why would I want to make it easier for robbers to steal my property and steal my money? Why would I want to make that easier? All of this for filming a law enforcement officer. All of this for filming a law enforcement officer, ladies and gentlemen. And do you notice, the one thing I will say about Suffolk County, this is the Suffolk County Traffic Violations Bureau. I'm filming in here, live streaming, without a problem. There was signs saying you can't record. Since I came in here, we effected change and they took down all the no recording signs. And now, as you can see, you can film in here without any issues. But I was just arrested in Nassau County for filming in the same exact building. Go figure. Why was I arrested in that building? Because of Police Commissioner Patrick Psycho Ryder. Audit Recon, thanks for the 10, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Colorado. Where are you guys watching from again? Let me know. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the chat. Michigan, Georgia, Phoenix, St. Louis, Louisiana, Baltimore, Chicago, Phoenix, Pennsylvania. See, we the people are everywhere. And that's another thing. Everywhere I go lately, whether it's another state or here in New York, I run into supporters. Just here yesterday, when I was here yesterday, I ran into 2 different supporters. And, hey, we support what you do, man. We appreciate you. And, seeing the support from all over the country and just running into random people at the park, everywhere I go, we're everywhere. And we together are strong. I cannot do any of this without you. All right, we got to get some more coins.
All right, next batch.
I know, pennies would have been, that would have been a lot of pennies. I mean, there's quarters in there, dimes, nickels, pennies, there's everything. No, listen, Janelle here, she's great, I gotta say. I have nothing personal with Janelle, and it's not her fault that a tyrant officer pulled me over, in retaliation for my First Amendment right. It's not her fault that a biased judge sided with the state in order to find me guilty and order me to pay $426. None of that's Janelle's fault here. She is very patient. She was very kind to me yesterday. She's been very kind to me today. Yeah, she thinks it's funny. She thinks it's funny. I mean, she told me yesterday, she's like, I have no problem counting it by hand if that's what it takes. So she said yesterday, if I have to count it by hand, that is what it is. It's legal tender. I have to accept it. I have no problem doing that. But again, the reason for this, ladies and gentlemen, is because now my money becomes less valuable to the government agents who stole it from me. 3,700 people watching, 2,000 likes. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's so important to hit the like button because You know, it's free and it helps the video be seen by as many people as possible. And share the video. Good for her. You can't take the job that serious. Shout out to Janelle. Best supervisor ever. And she's a supervisor doing it. She's not, she's taking initiative and doing it herself. She's not forcing one of her employees to do it. I know she's here for 8 hours regardless. That's why I tell people, they're like, oh, why are you going to make people count all this money, all this change? Why did I get robbed by the government? I mean, they're working. These public servants here get a great salary here in Suffolk County, fantastic benefits, pensions, free medical insurance, things that they don't give we the people. Patty, thank you for the 10. Appreciate that. History Bear, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, I went to the bank and got all the coins. If the coin machine works, it's actually a dollar over. It's a dollar over the amount. So we'll see. I wanted to see if the coin machine was right or not. So I slipped an extra dollar in there so we could find out. Yes, I've been to Melbourne, Florida, plenty of times. Lone Star Audit News. Thanks for being a member and thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the We the People members and Patriot members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting our work and supporting us traveling across the country to expose tyranny and corruption everywhere we could find it. No, I appreciate you guys. Who calibrated the coin machine? I don't know. I guess they were testing it earlier. So I added an extra dollar in there just to see if the coin machine was right. They're gonna give me $1 back in pennies. That's what you would do, Carissa. That's exactly what you would do. So the crime that I committed to pay this was I recorded a law enforcement officer, one of my public servants here at the Suffolk County Police Department, Sergeant Mio of the Suffolk County Police Department, and he did not like the fact that I was recording him and calling him out on his harassment of residents here and being a cart narc, and he did not like that, so he waited an hour in a parking lot to pull me over and retaliate against me and give me one ticket for each window tint tickets for each window. And then I went across the precincts here in Suffolk County and found that so many personal vehicles of law enforcement officers have window tint, not only window tint, but plate covers to stop them from getting red light camera tickets, speeding tickets, as well as paying any tolls. And I brought that to the legislator, and my legislator here, Nick Caracappa, for my district, walked out on me while I was speaking. The utter disdain the public servants have for we the people, the taxpayers, is absolutely disgusting. So I'm requesting before I leave here today, I'll be requesting the transcripts so you can see exactly what was said in the trial. You can see the judge being biased. You could see Sergeant Mio lying under oath. It's ridiculous. They don't want to hear the truth. I said this is retaliation. They're like, you don't know that. I mean, the facts are it's retaliation. Anybody with a brain can see that. Yeah, I mean, that just proved that law enforcement officers can break the law. They'll never have to pay $426 in fines. They can break the law and get away with it because rules and laws for thee, not for me. Remember that. This is not, they're not your friends. They're not, they are the authorities. That's what they call themselves. You know, oh, the authorities are coming. Who made them the authorities? You know, what are they the authority of? We, the people, have the power in this country. We're the ones funding them. Without this, they get nowhere. I just want to make sure I said thank you to everybody. Blue, Bluesy Cow, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Steve Rogers, thanks. Appreciate the super chat. No bigger criminals in the court system, you're right. So I'll be talking to my lawyer about an appeal and see how effective it is. First Capital Transparency, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. The Devourer, thank you. 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dimes. So, I mean, we're getting close to being done. Yeah, I'm thinking about running for office. Maybe I'll even take the legislator's seat who walked out on me during my public comment. Literally got up, my legislator from my district. I was bringing to him some real concerns regarding the Suffolk County Police Department retaliating against journalists and activists, retaliating and giving them tickets, and then being hypocritical and having tints on their vehicles. And he got up and walked away. And I found out it's because he had been arrested for strangling his wife. Apparently she cheated on him with another man, and he strangled her. And the prosecutor said, you know, if you don't strangle any more women for 1 year, we'll dismiss the charges against you. And that's what happened. And he's now a legislator, and he is funded and backed by the police union. Go figure. Yeah, this is live. This is live. Attorney Shield wasn't meant. Let me explain this very quickly. Everybody in here, 3,800 in here. Attorney Shield is great for when a regular non-activist gets pulled over. It could help, you know, we're trying to get into the NFL, college football, to be able to protect people's rights all over this country. Attorney Shield gives you an attorney in 30 seconds or less. But Attorney Shield, people ask me, why didn't you use an Attorney Shield when you were arrested unlawfully in Nassau County? It's not meant for that. It's meant to protect everyday people's rights and keep them safe on a traffic stop and make sure they get home safely. I am an activist, so therefore I will use Attorney Shield on a traffic stop like I did for this one, but during an audit, it's not used for that. It's used to protect everyday people who don't quite understand the laws and their rights, and it's there to hold officers accountable. I literally have never seen a chat this busy. Yeah, it's going pretty quick. Yeah, the biggest threat to, they say, oh, they're so scared of us, right? The judges and the officers, the sheriff killed a judge. The sheriff killed the judge. The sheriff of a county killed a judge, and but they're scared of us. It's ridiculous. And then the residents of that town, where we're on interview, they're like, this kind of thing doesn't happen here. We're a good town. Sheriffs unaliving judges don't happen anywhere, lady. Except your town. Attorney Shield is 100% helpful. It's not only recording and sending it to our secure cloud server. The officer can't turn off your phone without a secure PIN. You have a license, you have an attorney there to help you and to advise you during the traffic stop of your rights. No one expects you to know all the laws. The police officers sure don't. So how would you be expected to know the laws yourself? We're almost done. Hit that like button and share the live. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button. We're almost done, Janelle.
I cleared my cancer.
No, Janelle's great. I gotta buy Janelle lunch.
Did you like me that much to give me an 84-cent tip? I'm gonna give you 84 cents back.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Janelle. Just wanted to test the system.
You're gracious and a good sport about it, so I'll take the 84 cents back. It was supposed to be $1, but you know.
84 cents is my change. Thank you. No.
I can, and if it is more, I could actually reach out to you and make sure you get your change back.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have to roll it anyway.
Okay. All right. So that's fine. And I'll come back for it. No, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Thank you. This is how public servants are Janelle right here. That's how public servants are supposed to be treat the public. She has a lot of class, you're right. You're 100% right. No recount. She's gonna have to recount it again anyway to wrap it, and if it's higher, she'll give me a call.
Did you have your sheet with you?
I think so, yeah. Oh, you
I
printed it out?
printed it just in
Okay,
case.
perfect. That's fine.
So the guy that just walked past right now, he's the prosecutor that prosecuted my case yesterday. Total jerk.
Right, staple, no staple?
Stable.
All done.
Perfect. So that's my receipt that I paid?
Receipt that you
Paid in full. Thank you, Janelle. I want to thank you for your class, your integrity, your professionalism. Really, thank you. I appreciate it. You've handled it. I've dealt with a lot of public servants who have not treated me the best, and I get it. It is what it is with the situation at hand. But you handled it with class, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good day, okay? Take care. Raise for Janelle. Yeah, she deserves a raise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to see exactly how we get the transcript. Have a good day, guys. How do we get the transcript for? I just want to see how. I got to ask another question before I leave. So these are all the prosecutors here. Look at all these salaries. Hey, sir. How would I go? The judge didn't answer the question yesterday. He said he would. How do I get the transcript of the trial?
You should answer that at the clerk's office across the hall for the transcript. I think you have to go to the clerk notary.
The clerk notary, and where's that?
That I don't know. I mean, if you want, you can go back across the hall.
Oh, that's where they would know more over there.
I mean, yeah, because we're doing a conferencing over here, so like anything regarding like appeals or anything like that.
Okay. I'll ask over there. Yeah. I'll ask over there. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
You too. Put a 1 in the chat if you want it. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to see the transcript of that joke of a trial yesterday. Janelle, she's the only one that's gonna help me. Let me see if I can get Janelle to help me out. Janelle. Hi. I'm sorry. It's a quick question for you. They told me to come over here and ask.
Yeah.
How do I get the transcript of the trial? Do you know the process for that?
Okay, so let me see if I can get the paperwork on here. So you would actually request it through
Right.
a transcribing
Right.
that the court uses.
Right. There's no way I can get the actual. I know there's an audio of it, right?
There is an audio
file, but that also goes through the transcribers as well.
Right.
So they pick up the audio file, as far as I understand.
Right.
They pick up the audio file, they transcribe.
They transcribe into paper.
They can provide you with both.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let me just.
Yeah, no tint meter. Why do I need to show proof how dark my window tints are? It's their job to prove that they were dark, not my job to prove that they weren't. Right, they have the burden to prove that my windows were dark, and it just went off the word of an unprincipled, lack of integrity officer who retaliated against me. So that's just the way the system works.
So this is just the appeal process, but if you just want the transcripts and information, it's towards the back of the file.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll take all that. Thank you. Proof list and transcribe it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Anything else?
Nope, thanks, Sarah. Thanks.
All right. Yeah. I am fortunately not. All right, so we have the appeals process here. So we'll talk with that with our attorneys, and we also have the. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you around. No, not for a while. Maybe I'll help the people out again. Yeah, you're right. It's getting around Christmas time. It's getting around Christmas time. You're right. You're right. I gotta help the people out, my residents out. She was the security guard when I gave away my lawsuit money from one of my lawsuits to people in need at social services here in Suffolk County. She's like, I hope it wasn't just one time you were helping people out. I mean, if it was one time, it's still more times than a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people with millions of dollars who do. All right, guys, we lost for a minute, but got disconnected for a minute. Thank you for being with me here today. I appreciate you guys accompanying me to drop off my $426 extortion money to the Suffolk County government here because of a rogue tyrant officer, Sergeant Mio, who, you know, again, I'll wait till Sunday's video. I'm going to break down exactly what happened and how he's a liar and how I should have won that case. I don't know when I'll get the transcripts back, but when I do, I'll do a live stream where I read the transcripts or hopefully have the audio for you guys. Thank you guys for all your support and all you do to support this channel. I really appreciate it. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to everybody who hit that like button. But a bunch of new audits to come, more updates. I have a trial in Schenectady, New York, October 15th. October 15th, next week, I have my trial for my trespass trial. Again, it's not a crime, it's a violation, kind of like the window tint tickets, except this violation carries jail time, up to 15 days in the county jail for exercising my First Amendment right in a city hall, the People's Building. Exercising my right in the People's Building, I am now having to go to trial where I don't have a right to a jury trial because it's not a crime, it's a violation, but yet they could put me in jail over it. So I don't have a right to a jury trial. I'll be going in front of a judge, Judge Frost, who, when I made my constitutional arguments in the motion to dismiss and the statutory protected arguments, she said that this wasn't the proper jurisdiction, proper venue, excuse me. I don't know, a court of law is not the proper venue for constitutional arguments and the validity of an executive order written by Mayor Gary McCarthy of Schenectady. Again, I don't get it. I've been through the criminal justice system many times since I've started my activism, and this is just the way it is, you guys. This is why I like to bring you guys with me through these trials and proceedings. A reporter has requested to record the trial. They have not gotten approval yet, But as you know, I have recorded my other infraction trial in Corrupticate, excuse me, and now in Schenectady we're trying to do the same thing. A journalist reached out, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they do not sentence me to 15 days in jail for any amount of days in jail for politely filming inside of City Hall, the People's Building. But I've seen worse things happen. Things happen all the time. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We're putting our freedom on the line for a change. This, if you say, for those of you say, the critics out there say we don't affect change, this building didn't allow photography or video recording. Now it does. Now it does because of us. There's transparency in this public building because of us. There's transparency in the Berwyn City Hall in Illinois because of us. There's transparency. There's going to be transparency in all the New York City police departments because of us. We did it together. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.